Yes. We are live at Lugogo, and today National Council of Sports welcomes Victoria's team of Uganda that had gone to Denmark in the city of Aarhus to take part in. Uh, Kale. All right, live at the Lugogo. The indoor arena is just next door here, but the National Council of Sports today welcomes the victorious team of Uganda athletes. And of course, together with the Uganda Athletics Federation that sent them there, they will be coming back from a successful campaign in Denmark, in the city of Aarhus, where they took part in the World Cross Country Championship, a competition that we hosted here and also got a couple of medals from it. That was in the year 2017. But this time, 2019, the team went and also got a couple of medals. Now, we do expect, of course, the gold champion of Uganda, Joshua Cheptegei, won the 10,000 kilometer race in that World Cross Country Championship in Denmark, of course, together with Jacob Kiplimo, who also took part in that very championship, also going on to get the silver medal out of that one. Of course, as you can see, some of the other athletes also coming out of the bus. It's quite very interesting, this one. A handshake from Katende, General Secretary of the National Council of Sports, and they come back with a flag that they have managed to fly quite high, these athletes from Denmark, and of course around some of their necks the medals that they managed to get for Uganda. So if you have just joined us, this is the Uganda athletes team. Uganda Athletics Federation welcomes them back from Denmark, where they have represented the country, won medals, and now they are back to Uganda to show these medals to the world, to brandish them around their necks, and to celebrate together with the National Council of Sports and the Uganda Athletics Federation. And you can see a big team of athletes went out there, and medals have certainly come back to Uganda. And these are the men and women who made sure that Uganda gets those medals. And yes, we did. Jacob Kiplimo, one of the youngsters winning for Uganda, some with two, others with one, bronze, silver, gold. We got all of them, and two Ugandan flags that have flown so high in Denmark. This is the championship that we also once hosted in 2017. It was at Kololo then, and this one was in the city of Aarhus in Denmark. And even then, Team Uganda went. These were a team of athletes that are future prospects in the world, some that have been called by many as the future of athletes, and now getting a handshake from the Athletics Federation President, Mr. Dominic Otuchet. He is a happy man today as he welcomes back his athletes who have managed to win quite the number of gold medals, silver and bronze. Medals have come to Uganda, and athletics never disappoints when it comes to ensuring that Uganda gets medals and that we get the glory out there. And all of this live on Sanyuka Television, your home of sports. Of course, we made a pledge to you, our viewers, to ensure that you can have all the sport and everything that matters sport. You will have it on Sanyuka Television. And today it is a day for athletics to celebrate the return, the jubilant return of the athletes from Denmark as they return to celebrate with the Uganda Athletics Federation, but also with the National Council of Sports. It's about pleasantries exchanged. It's about celebration. It's about happiness today, and a photo opportunity, of course, with the Ugandan flag for those brilliant gold medalists, silver medalists, and bronze medalists of Uganda who have made the country proud. Athletics never disappoints. It's one of those sports that Uganda is well known for, world renowned that is, athletics. And they have managed to put up a spectacular performance, getting medals and making sure that in all categories Uganda was represented, both women and men, all getting the medals in the city of Aarhus. And now what's going on is the photo opportunity, photo moment for the athletes. Some of the young athletes, one of them actually had to, she actually ran without running spikes. She ran without spikes as she qualified, and she ended up qualifying and representing the country. And Uganda is well known world over. It is Kenya and Uganda, the regions of Kapchora, Moroto. Those are regions that have produced some of the best athletes in the world, but also over the border in Turkana, which is two communities that are close by to each other. And these communities produce the likes of Kipsiro, Cheptegei. You notice the names are quite similar from Uganda, from the Ugandan side of the border, but also from the Kenyan side of the border. And those are the names that end up getting all these medals, especially in the long distances. Now we also have Dorcas Ajok, who runs in the short distances, 800 meters, and she also took part in this one, not getting a medal out of this, but still it is quite a great performance for the whole team entirely as Team Uganda. And today it's about taking photos with the medals. It's about smiles. It's quite an enjoyable experience for some of these young athletes that never thought probably that they would go out there and rub shoulders with the big boys and girls of the world, some nations that are well facilitated, that probably are better resourced to win, and they ended up bringing the medals back to this Banana Republic. What a day. Well, now it's a photo opportunity with the medalists as the rest of the team goes to the sideline, and the medalists will now, it is time for people who actually stood on the podium in Denmark to have their photo opportunity. Well, you notice from your pictures there that the 10,000 meter champion, Joshua Cheptegei, who is a world champion, by the way, he's also a silver medalist in the Olympic Games, but also a gold medalist in the same category, 10,000 kilometers in the Commonwealth Games that were held last year in the Gold Coast of Australia. But he still also won gold in the World Cross Country Championships in the city of Aarhus. The last World Cross Country Championships did not go well for him, and that was the World Cross Country Championships that were held in Kampala. It's quite one of those forgettable moments of his career when he was in the lead of the pack and ended up actually losing out because of gas. That was one of the most forgettable moments in his career. He is not with this team here today, but he was part of this team and certainly won a medal, but he is not on the team that has arrived here today because of reasons that we will find out later on from the president, Mr. Dominic Otuchet. But some of the other athletes that are here, Jacob Kiplimo is one that is here. Dorcas Ajok is also one that is also here. Thomas Ayeko, Kipieko rather, is also here with the team. Thomas Ayeko is a coach, but Thomas Kipieko is also here. But some of also ladies that have made it in this sport of athletics also here with the National Council of Sports. Well, it's about pleasantries, and if you've just joined us and you're wondering what's going on your television, today is the return, the jubilant return of the Uganda athletics team that has won medals. Batulaba mu Luganda tuli kusanyuka TV butereevu amaka g'ebyemizannyo era nga olunaku lwaleero ttiimu ya Uganda ey'emisinde ng'emaze okwetaba mu mu World Cross Country Championships ezabadde Denmark mu kibuga kya Aarhus ekomyewo. Ttiimu yafunye emidaali mingi nnyo nga mulimu egy'ekikomo, egya zaabu n'egya ffeeza. Omu ku bannayuganda abakyamanyikiddwa ennyo mu misinde oba muzannyo guno ogw'emisinde, Joshua Cheptegei tali n'eno ttiimu olunaku luno olwaleero, naye ng'ate yawangudde omudaali. Gye bujjako eyo katono tujja kuba tumanya okuva ewa Uganda Athletics Federation President omwami Dominic Otucheta ajja kuba atunnyonnyola lwaki Joshua Cheptegei ku ttiimu eno taliiko, naye nga ensonga egenda mu maaso ssaawa zino ebifaananyi okwekubya ebifaananyi okubuuzagana kwegamba abakungu aba National Council of Sports, ekibiina ekifuga ebyemizannyo byonna mu ggwanga, aba National Council of Sports bali kwekubya ebifaananyi ne bano abaana babayozaayoza ababakulisaayo okuva okufuna emidaali gya Uganda egyatuwadde ate okulaba nga Uganda y'emu ku ezo ensi ezikyatunuuliddwa ennyo nga ensi ezisinze okuvuganya ennyo muzannyo guno ogw'emisinde. Ababitegeera bagamba nti region ya Uganda eya Moroto, Kapchorwa oba gye waliise North Eastern region of the country eproducinga ba athletes abalungi, naye ng'ate region eyo yennyini ye yennyini eproducinga ne ba athletes abava ne ba athletes abalala okuva side ye Kenya. Kati tugenda mu katono tugenda kuba tuwuliriza okuva ew'omu kwabo ba champions ba Uganda, naye ng'ajja kuba ayogera mu lulimi olufuutifuuti.
Jacob, congratulations, second place for you and the silver. Very interesting performance from 2017. But just how was your race in Denmark?
At first, I would like to thank God for this opportunity. They have taken us from Kampala and Tebe to Denmark, and they have come back with the victory. That is, I will say about the race. The race was tough. You know, the course was actually up and down, but we did the best. But the race was good for me. You know, from junior to senior is a real thing for me to make me happy. You know, you go and you run senior, and you come second. That is a different. Yes.
How happy are you to probably pick up a silver medal? Probably gold would have been nicer, maybe?
Let me say, I'm very happy about my result. For the silver medal, I'm happy about it. You know, from you go in and you get a silver, it's fantastic. I'm happy.
Joshua did not make it back, so we can't ask him now, but how was he after winning that gold, knowing what happened to him 2 years ago? What was the atmosphere in the team, knowing what Joshua went through and coming back to win?
You know, actually finished just to tell me that I'm happy about these results. We have made it. You know, the other time we qualified in Terror, we were 1-2, and after even we were going, we were saying maybe we can make 1 and 2. We don't know which one will be the first and which one will be second. But I'm happy about it. We have made it.
On a whole, team performance, team gold, then as well as individual gold and individual silver. You think that was the kind of performance you expected having left Kampala just a few days ago?
Yes, that is let me say about that. Everyone is happy. You know, this is the first time to Uganda to win a Sydney, and they called in the Sydney for the title. That was fantastic for all the teams, even for the juniors, other juniors. But we're happy about this performance. We have made a lot of medals. Yes.
What next for you?
For me, I'm actually now preparing for the World Championships in Tower. That is my focus now. I'm looking for.
And your target there?
I hope maybe I will be in the bracket method. Yes.
Are there young athletes coming up? Because you know them, you train with them, and we're asking, okay, Joshua and Kipimo are good.
Yes.
But do we have youngsters coming up in the pipeline?
Yes, we have a lot of upcoming runners, you know, like Jelimo Oscar is still in junior, and other guys who were in junior. I hope maybe 2 years from now, 3 years, you will see more college from Uganda.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Very, very good.
Oyo ye Jacob Keplimo nga yakutte kyakubiri nga yabadde bwakubiri ng'ate yasinze mu 10,000 km
chief guest. AIGP Andrew Sorowen, who is representing, who was leader of this delegation, Dr. Bernard Miguel, NCS Assistant General Secretary, Mr. David Katende, and UF President, Mr. Dominic Otete. Without taking much of our time, okay, some correction please, they have corrected me. We should have a brief prayer as usual. First, brief prayer, then we go into the order of speeches. President, Ghana Athletes Federation, Assistant General Secretary, Mr. David Katende, Bernard Well, President, brother, the guest of honor will receive back our flag. Remember when you went to Denmark, NCS government.
I stand? He's saying I should stand. You can't stand. You leave them down. Thank our chief guest for this function today, the General Secretary, National Council of Sports, who happens also to be our leader of the delegation, the Assistant General Secretary of National Council of Sports, President, Uganda Athletics Federation, the media, the athletes, and other invited guests who are here with us. The Master of Ceremony said I should be very brief, but he also requested me to account for the Denmark, so the two things may not go in that brief. So, to be brief as he has requested, we went to Denmark and we had a brief training of 2 days. And I'm very grateful to announce that the leader of our delegation was with us and he was a part of our training. I'm really very grateful, sir. He can give you account of the details of the course because physically experienced, he also climbed those hills which he was over. So I'm very grateful, and if this is the situation, so that he will be able to tell exactly the Ugandans how the athletes are really undergoing through such a difficult situation. So I'm very grateful he had been with us throughout. So whatever we are eating, he was also there. So there was no question of saying he was also putting. This is something which he's not going to mention, but I need to tell you Ugandans. He was with us. The type of food we are eating, he also witnessed. The competition had really been very good. Very good in the sense that when we talk of rough course, because all of us were disadvantaged, it was the same thing. So we cannot say another team had the what? Upper hand. So, as I mentioned, the other time we were taking a contingent, for the first time a very big contingent, and we say we shall come with something. I think you have received the results, some of you have been watching over. We had a lot of fatigue coming back, so that's why I'm not going to take long. But I want to mention this. One, these athletes have really tried, and our training at Teriet helped us. So it is my sincere belief and prayer that if we can finish that course on time, it was something similar. So I think it really helped us because we were concentrating in training in Teriet. We didn't train anywhere. So it really helped us. I would like to mention by maybe introducing all these people, but since the time is limited, I'll request that this is the last opportunity. I'm not saying in the competition part for this team. I will request, we can cut other things, but I will feel that each of these athletes can make a self-introduction so that they feel, I don't know. So just, if
Now, the first thing I want to thank God for what I've did.
Can he sit?
No? But let me say this, I have a few words. The first thing, I want to thank the government of Republic of Uganda for support have given us. I want to thank God for Team for Federation, National Council of Sports, and all other stakeholders. I want to thank God for that. You clap for that. Another thing, I'm happy because we went there and we come with something. As a leader, I'm very happy for that. And another thing I want to add there, you know, we are preparing for the war, we need something called boldness. That's why I thank God for giving us strength. So we are with the medals, and Uganda is proud of us. And I don't have much to say, but I thank God for that, for God and my country.
The National Council of Sports, the team manager, team captain, colleagues from Athletics Federation, our dear athletes who performed very well in Canada, in Denmark, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. I think the captain, the manager have already stated certain things. My work is now very simple. We are here to welcome back a successful team. We flagged them off with a promise. Promises came from the team manager, and from the captains on the behalf of the athletes that they were going to perform well. And indeed, they went to Denmark and performed very well. Let us give them a round of applause. This team was the largest ever. And for you to get good results, you need numbers. This team, you have been told, is well disciplined. And that also contributed to the results. I want to take exception to congratulate the following athletes, and I give them in reverse. We had some athletes who were going out for the very first time. Very first time. They had never gone out of this country. They boarded the plane the very first time. We had the youngest athlete, I believe even in Denmark, she must have been the youngest. Leah Chelangat, the baby. Congratulations. We had Rebecca Chelangat. We had Sylvia Chelangat. Incidentally, they are all Chelangats. Give them a round of applause. It was the very first time. Is there any I've omitted who was going out for the first time? Annette Chesang. Annette Chesang. You can see 4. They were going out for the very first time. But they went there and did their best with the rest of the world. I want to congratulate in a special way Sarah Chelangat. Sarah Chelangat. You saw her leading virtually throughout their race. Throughout, she really marketed Uganda so much. It was unfortunate that she missed out on the medal, but she did very well. even finishing in the 4th position. Let us give her a hand clap. Sarah, I know your future is very bright. She was the most experienced in the junior women team, being an Olympic youth champion last year in Argentina. So, in Sarah Chelangat, we are looking forward to yet very good results in the future. Congratulations, Sarah. And she led her team also to finish in the 4th position, also missing out by just 1 point for a bronze medal. Give them a hand clap. I would like to congratulate Oscar Chelimo. Oscar Chelimo remained standing first. He won a bronze medal in the junior men category. In our selection meet, Oscar Chelimo was the 6th, and he was merely added to the team, but he's the one who won a bronze medal. So, congratulations. Oh, stand up. They finished in a silver medal position. They were 6 in number. Stand up, stand up, stand up.
Let us travel to Rwanda this morning for competition, and then one remained.
Okay, so 2 have traveled?
One remains is crossing to Italy for another engagement.
Hosea Kiplagat had a race in Europe, so he remained. Then 1 traveled this morning. There were 6 of them, but they won a team silver, which I think also is the best for Uganda in the junior category. You recall in Kampala, we won a gold medal, but the team finished number 4, you know? So sometimes it's not easy. For the senior women, I want to congratulate particularly these 2, but I start with Perus Chemutai. Perus Chemutai holder in steeplechase. And steeplechase is only 3,000 meters. This race was 10,000 meters. And you saw how Perus ran in Denmark, finishing in 5th position. We congratulate Perus. But also, in our selection meet, so she merely added to the team. And things changed while they were in Denmark. I want to congratulate Rachel Chebet Zena. You saw her coming from very far to finish number 4 in that grilling race. In our selection meet, she was number 2 in Tororo. And Rachel is also making just a comeback. Last season, she was not seen. So congratulations, Rachel. All the senior women, can you stand? Those who ran 10 kilometers, senior women. One of them, who was also assistant captain, Shequel Juliet, has a race in Italy, and that's why she's not here. But these senior women won a team bronze, and let us congratulate them. Congratulations. The mixed relay, they were all seniors. May they stand. Mixed relay, 4 of them. We have Ajok Dokas. We have Chelangas Livia. We have Musagala Ronald. Musagala Ronald is our national record holder in 1,500 meters. And this group of 4 won the 4th position. They only missed out narrowly in the medal bracket.
One team was disqualified. They are now number 4.
So they finished number 4 When you are seeing them running, they were first ranked number 5, but Morocco was disqualified, so they were upstaged to the 4th position. So the worst performance for Uganda was the 4th position.
In the team event.
In the team event. And now, to recognize and congratulate Jacob Kiplimo, the main standing Jacob. You saw that race, he paced almost throughout. And he was running with ease, you know. He was enjoying the race, ever smiling as he always does, you know. We enjoyed you, Jacob. Ugandans enjoyed watching you. And surely the gold medal came from Joshua because of Jacob. Can we congratulate Jacob? Jacob Kiplimo is a junior. He's 18. And he should have run a junior race. And if he ran a junior race, he would have won gold. But he opted for a senior race. And he could have even won the gold. Now, for him to be there and for Uganda to finish number 1 and number wonderful. Congratulations, Jacob. You can now see. Team Uganda, the team captain also led as a captain. He followed Jacob in the lineup for our team, having finished in the 7th position, Thomas Ayeko. Thomas Ayeko, you also saw him together with Jacob and Joel, who finished number 10. They assisted our hero because they would lead as he was still shielded behind up to the right moment. So I congratulate Thomas, I congratulate Joel Ayeko. They did well. Can we congratulate them? I've already talked about 3 of them, but there are others who contributed to the team. I think next to Joel was Albert Chemutai. Albert Chemutai is a steeplechaser, but imagine going for 10-kilometer race. And he also finished in a handsome 12th position. Can you give him a hand clap? Then we have Maxwell Rotich finishing in the 27th position. Give them a hand clap. These 5 plus the hero together won Uganda the first ever team gold medal in the World Cross Country Championship. Congratulations. You can see it. The hero of the moment, though in absentia, is going to join us soon, Friday morning, 9:50, he will have landed at Entebbe. Let us give a round of applause to Joshua Cheptegei for his wonderful performance. Our guests of honor, ladies and gentlemen, Team Uganda has returned with 2 gold medals, 2 silver medals, and 2 bronze medals, the best performance ever in world cross country. Our dear athletes, we thank you for doing us this and making Uganda proud. When we say athletics is the #1 golden sport of Uganda, this is what we mean. Can we clap for them? This was a world event, not a village event, not East Africa, not Africa. It was world. And running in a course which was so tough, you know, it was amazing. may I thank the team led by the team manager, Demai Francis. Demai Francis, thank you for taking good care of the team right from Periet until Denmark. Coach Gordon, veteran Coach Gordon, Aimbi Sibue. Young coach, but whom we saw very active in Denmark at the course in Gia, Benjamin. He almost ran a longer distance than the athletes themselves. We saw him. We had a wonderful team chaperone who took good care of our daughters, Mary, Imaling at Watua. Thank you. Thank you for taking good care of our team. And I concentrated on the team. That's the reason why we are here. And before I conclude, when this team left on Tuesday and arrived there on Wednesday, that Wednesday, Thursday night, around 3 a.m., I got a clear voice, and I knew it was the Holy Spirit, and told me, pray for the young people from Uganda who have gone to Denmark. That was the message I got. It made me know that whereas we had already prayed for them when they were leaving, and always when we pray, new situations emerge. So indeed I obeyed and prayed for these people one at a time. And I prayed for 2 hours, from 3 up to 5 a.m. No wonder now when I see what happened, the world hero and our national hero even said he developed some flu and cough. It could have ruled him out. But God still secured. All these performances is not only the strength of the athletes, but I want to thank God. The Holy Spirit is God. But when He tells you to pray, He has seen what is there. And God works with us. God works with our prayers. And this is why we pray a lot. We work and also pray. We shall continue to do that. And going forward, surely athletics will continue to excel. Government, we thank you for supporting us. Continue to do so, and we shall bring the results. We look forward to Tokyo next year. We look forward to other international competitions. The World Cross Country for this year is a done deal. We also look forward to All Africa Games, which will be in Morocco. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank the journalists. Continue to support these athletes. They sacrifice a lot for our country. But also recognize these coaches. The athletes don't perform from the blue. People prepare them. People sacrifice for them. Recognize them. Thank you. May God bless you.
But I only want to congratulate the team for having represented us effectively and for having made Uganda proud and for winning us medals. I also want to thank, Mr. President, you thanked so many people. Allow me also to thank some other people who do a lot of work for these teams. And in this regard, I want to thank Timothy and Susan. These are the people who do some bit of cooking out there. For us, we come ready to board the plane and go. But they do everything for us. Timothy and Susan, I want to thank you so much for your effort. I also want to thank, when you are away, I was working with somebody, Afande Sorowen. There are many things we are doing together when you are not here. When we met you yesterday in Entebbe, you did not know how those things happen the way they happen. But I want to thank him that while for you, you were in Denmark, for us, we were very ready and we knew you were coming with medals and we made all the preparations. So I want to thank him. I also want to thank Joshua for proving to the world that this other person from Kenya just fluked the other medal last time. But that medal belonged here. And I think he has proved to the world that actually those medals are ours. And I want to thank Chiprimo. You know, Chiprimo, me, I still have a belief that maybe Chiprimo just felt like I respect Joshua. Let him have it. Me, I can still see a possibility of, if actually there were two medals, gold medals, these two people could have decided to take the medals if there were two. But I think he just said, maybe these 3 seconds, let Joshua have it, and we shall settle things later. Okay, so I want to thank Joshua and Chiprimo for having made us proud. And I know the world has seen that from the events that these two people have been making since November last year, that you are not fluking those wins, that actually those wins were your deserved wins. And it seems like the two of you have decided to exchange. One time you say, let it be Joshua, then the other time you say, let it be Chiprimo. Let's move. We need to work as a team. And lastly, I remember one word I said when you are leaving. Remember what I told you? That I told you I was pitying those people who are going to compete with this team. And actually, you proved my word. I looked at the distance of somebody coming in number 3, and I said, is this one also part of this? But that's it. So I want to congratulate you, and lastly, I want to say we wish you the best. As government, we are always there for you. And having said that, I want to take this singular duty and honor to invite the Andrew Sorowen, who is also the chairman technical committee of council, the president of UAF, the distinguished athletes, the technical staff, the coaches, and the team manager and assistant manager, the chaperone, members of the media fraternity. I developed cold, so I may not be very audible. You bear with me. Or after the competition, I think it was excitement of the wins. But I also want to tell you that Denmark is a very cold place. But we thank God, the day of competition, we had 15 degrees, the temperature regime. But doesn't mean that it was shining. The coldness was felt. People were putting on heavy jackets. So I want to start by thanking our athletes for the consistency and perseverance of the weather. You will not detect that they have a problem with it. But also, I want to thank Uganda Athletic Federation leadership for ensuring that our athletes had everything. We had the best jackets ever, which was being appreciated. I don't know whether we have a sample here. So everything was contained. The smartness of the team speaks for itself. They had everything, which I think was a precursor for the success stories today we are celebrating. I want to say on my own behalf and on behalf of my team in the Secretariat of National Council that Uganda is gaining its rightful place in athletics, especially cross-country, because of the huge support of government. Can you clap for that? We don't want to say, yes, it's still not enough, but at least Uganda Athletic Federation is getting close to 1 billion shillings from government in our subvention releases, and is a reason for what the president has mentioned, that for the first time, Uganda is fielding the highest number
of athletes in all the different categories away. I know when we hosted, it was a must that you must fill in all, but away. So I think this is a big boost. My excitement, though, is that these are very young athletes. That means the future of this country is guaranteed. So long as this cross country still exists, we are sure of celebrating and dominating the world. Thank you so much, Uganda Athletic Federation, for the grassroots deliberate programs you have adopted to identify with all these distinguished athletes. I was a bit scared with a young girl each time I was, and for your information, she was not comfortable eating the food we were there. Somebody would have given a testimony. But when it came to the time of the running, she ran and finished all her race. I don't remember the number she finished, but she was very consistent. And as mentioned, I want to thank her, being the first time to board the plane, the jet lag, traveling over 8 hours, eating food which you don't understand, the weather which is very unpredictable, but she has made it. So I thank you. I thank you so much. Overall, I want to say that this team was well prepared, and I want to pray that as we look forward for the major games, the Tokyo 2020 Olympics and All Africa in August in Morocco, our mindset should be on this team, because these are the players we shall look forward in Tokyo 2020. So, as council, we shall do all our support and ensure that we coordinate well and these athletes prepare adequately so that all of them become winners. My chairman is here. He will be able to make pronouncements on behalf of government. I would not want to dilute that. But we have now a deliberate policy of recognition of our best performing athletes. Reward and recognition. And we are looking forward for His Excellency and the First Lady to host you in State House. We're also looking forward for this win to be celebrated in our Parliament of Uganda. We're also looking forward that those of you who have made it to the medal bracket, you get the monthly stipend from government. Last but not least, to consolidate this achievement, I pray that we should maintain the discipline you have exhibited, the team, Uganda. The discipline was maximum. I thought, because when you look at the majority, they are young athletes. I was very keen to note the level of discipline, but I want to say they are the best team I've ever traveled with. And I want to say that the athletes, the future is bright for you only and only if you maintain the discipline. The discipline can be explained in many forms, but self-discipline and control is the most important. Then the determination you had. And lastly, I want to say that for me, of all that I'm celebrating, for the success stories and the medals Uganda has won, I attribute this to Mr. Kiplimo. Once again, can you stand up? I'm happy with the narrative of the president about this young man. You can sit. It was not about money. It was about the love for the country. What he saw, because winning gold, which the president was talking about, you walk away with 30,000 US dollars. Kiplimo chose not to, because there was nobody who could beat him in the youth category. But he chose to go for the senior at age of 18. And I want to tell you, the gap between Joshua and Kiplimo was a difference of 5 seconds. 31 minutes.
Very small.
It was a difference of 5 seconds. But this young man set a record of his own. The follower was 11 seconds. The one was the champion. But he has walked away also with $15,000. So that means he was not looking at money. The win we are celebrating for Team Uganda for the first time in the history of this country. Team Uganda winning gold, I attribute to him. And for your information, the win there, this win you are seeing, was very heavy as they were running. So the courage he picked to be the lead runner, front runner, throughout, up to the last age, he persevered a lot in order for Joshua to win. So I want to thank you once again, and I pray that God should give that same attitude for this country. All those said, allow me thank you, the members of the First Estate. I think there's been much more focus, and I will not want to sit without registering my appreciation. Firstly, for the attention you have given to the sports subsector, but specifically athletics. I think this is one area I've seen you united than in any other sport, like football, where you are divided. I want to thank you individually. Firstly, for the coverage. This is very true. You have given our athletes the best coverage. Today, when I look at the Monitor newspaper, 3 pages talking about our athletes. I think this is unheard of. In your media stations and the rest, Vision, Red Monitor, all other media stations, Buked and the rest, it is a must. We cannot thank you, but I promise you will have a day where we shall celebrate with you this success story as government for the work you are doing for us. My promise, though, now is that all the major competition, the All-African Games, the Olympics, we shall ensure that we have good representation from the media. Media liaison will be a must, President, so that our athletes are covered in a way that it is relayed to Ugandans as we progress. With those, allow me to